me today are Shweta Basu Prasad and Raghubir Yadav. We're going to be talking about their upcoming film, Jaamun. Hello and welcome.
Hi, Shilpa. Thank you.
Hi, good to see you, Shweta. Good to see you, sir.
हाय। कैसे हैं
Hi,
आप?
I'm well. How are you?
अरे वाह।
Super. So, Jaamun is a story about the relationship between a father and a daughter. And of course, Shweta, you play the daughter. Raghubirji plays the father. What was the kind of bond that you guys shared off screen?
Well, it's such an honor to work with Raghubir sir. It's an I've been an absolute admirer of Raghubir sir, and I've been following his work, like all his work, right from um, Salam Bombay to Peeply Live and recently Panchayat. And there's so much to learn from a co-star like Raghubir sir. I think it's a plus for an actor when you have such a brilliant co-actor, because it's just the energy exchange and the kind of, I think it enhances one's performance. Jaamun is the story of Jaamun, Raghubir sir, and I'm playing his daughter, whose name is Chetna. And Chetna is squint; she's cross-eyed, and that is the biggest hindrance she has to get married. And I think through the character of our writer director Gaurav Mehra is sort of questioning the set standard of beauty in society, because she does not get married, she gets rejected one after the other for people come to meet her, and the moment they realize she's squint, cross-eyed, जिसे हम हिंदी में भेंगापन कहते हैं. um,
हाय।
ये एक father daughter की कहानी है, and you know how we keep hearing beauty lies in the eye of the beholder, and it's sort of it talks about that. And it's of course Raghubir sir who's playing Jaamun, unki his positivity, his the way he looks at life, and to the will to never say never and to never give up is basically what Jaamun is all about.
So we know that Shweta won the national award when she was a child actor, So, but has she become a better actor when she's become older? What do you think?
अरे वो अभी से इतनी जो इन्होंने किया है, ये तो मुझे भी डरा के रखा था इसने। हाँ, मैं तो बड़ा मुश्किल में पड़ गया था। अब इससे ज्यादा बेहतर और क्या होंगी ये है? अगर अभी से ये हालत है तो इसके बाद में इनके साथ कोई फिल्म नहीं करने वाला। यहाँ तक तो
Why you think he
यहाँ तक
steals
तो
the
बर्दाश्त
scenes,
कर
sir?
लिया मैंने भाई। एक एक्चुअली क्या होता है कि अगर मैं कुछ कर पाया हूँ तो बिकॉज ऑफ श्वेता, क्योंकि इतना बढ़िया रिएक्शन इतना बढ़िया मिलता था मुझे, तो मुझे कुछ करने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ी। ये बहुत कम होता है, बहुत कम आपका जो को एक्टर होता है उसके साथ बहुत कम ऐसा मौका मिल पाता है कि आपको उससे कुछ मिल रहा हो जो आपको करने में ज्यादा मजा आ रहा हो। तो ये श्वेता के साथ ऐसा था, और ये भी कान पकड़ रही, मैं भी उसके साथ कान पकड़ मालूम पड़ेगा कि हाँ मैं सही कह रहा हूँ या गलत कह रहा हूँ। वाकई बहुत मजा आया, और सच करूं बिल्कुल मुझे बहुत ज्यादा तवज्जो नहीं देनी पड़ी, बहुत ज्यादा मशक्कत नहीं मुझे करनी पड़ी, कि मुझे ऐसा लगता बड़े इत्मीनान से सारा कुछ होते चला जा रहा है, क्योंकि सपोर्ट बहुत अच्छा सा मिल रहा था मुझे। और ये फिल्म 15 दिन में हम लोगों ने बनाई है। था बड़ा मुश्किल था सब्जेक्ट, वो बेटी के लिए भी था, मेरे बेटे के लिए भी था, मेरे लिए भी था, लेकिन आपस में जिस तरह के लोग मिल गए वहां, उसमें गौरव भी शामिल है, कि जिस तरह से काम हमसे निकलवाया गया या करके दिया, वो मुझे पता नहीं, जिस तरह से निकलवाया गया इतने कम समय में वो पता नहीं, लेकिन इन्वॉल्वमेंट बहुत ज्यादा था, एक फैमिली की तरह जैसे वाकई हम। और मेरे साथ मेरी 2 जिम्मेदारियां थी एक्चुअली जामुन के साथ, एक तो मेरी खुद की और एक जो पत्नी मर गई है उसकी, मतलब बच्चों की माँ की भी जिम्मेदारी, तो दोनों जिम्मेदारियां मैं ही निभा रहा था। तो जरा मुश्किल सा काम था, लेकिन जब दोनों की मोहब्बत का मुझे एहसास हुआ, माँ और बेटे फादर का, कि वो कैसे अपने बच्चों को, कि जिसकी माँ नहीं वो कैसे अपने बच्चों को संभाले, वो मेरे लिए थोड़ा सा आसान सा हो गया, और बहुत करते हुए मजा भी आया। और ये फिल्म करने के बाद कम से कम 15 दिन तक मेरी नींद खराब हुई, और मुझे बस ये श्वेता दिखाई देती थी और मेरा बच्चा मुझे दिखाई देता था।
Sir, thank you so much.
What was the impact of the movie on you, Shweta? It's such a tough subject.
Yeah, it is.
You have a disability in the film, and then your father then gets Parkinson's. From what I saw, it was emotionally
Yeah.
wrenching, a very sentimentally heavy film. So how did you cope with that?
Well, I was worried because I think the only film where I'd seen a character that's squint or cross-eyed was Anurag Kashyap's No Smoking, in which Ranveer Shaurya has this part where he's squint. And when I met Gaurav in 2018, and he said, "Can you squint and can you hold it?"
Hmm.
And that was my audition.
Oh,
And believe me when
can
I
you
say
do it?
that, yeah. I just
So
held
throughout
this
the film, you did it, is it?
throughout the film. Yes, I
Oh,
want to
you had
clarify that it's.
headache, right?
I did, and I want to clarify there's been no VFX or any kind of computer graphic that's been used. I've actually held my eyes like this throughout the
But
film.
it really hurts your head when you do
It
that.
does. It does. In fact, the producer, the production house, they took me to this eye specialist and they gave me these eye drops and also a medicine tablets which actually increase the oxygen around the muscles around the eyes because there shouldn't be a muscle pull.
Yeah.
And my mom was very worried. She's like, we always tell kids not to do this. We
So it would
discourage
say,
kids
yeah,
from
because
doing
it
this. Yes,
feels
because
like
you can permanently damage your
that.
muscles or you can pull a nerve, whatever. But pain is temporary and cinema is forever. And it's just 15 days of going home and going to bed with that headache. But today when I watched the film, I watched it last night with my friends and at my place, and today when we are receiving such brilliant reviews from across platforms and audience. It's really worth it. It's really worth it. And I think it's a of course, as an actor I feel very responsible whichever character I pick up and whatever I'm trying to portray, because it's talking to so many women out there, right? So for me, Chetna's character is very important because we have grown up in a society that is keeping up with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
And we have forgotten that beauty lies in the eye of the beholder, and we are constantly judging women for their weight, for their height, for their color, with their speech. And what Chetna has cross-eyed, it's actually not a disability. It's just the way she was born, and it is probably fixable. But if she's getting rejected despite being a great daughter, great sister, she's brilliant person, but she's not getting suitors because of that, is a huge question mark in society in 2021, that women are still subject to these really silly set standards of beauty in society. So definitely it's an ode to all the women out there who think they're not enough. You are enough.
How sweet, Shweta. That's
Absolutely.
wonderful. So she's so passionate about the role. She's so passionate about the character. What did you feel about it? What did you feel about the entire story? And did it change your perspective in any way?
मैंने एक्चुअली स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ के ही मुझे ऐसा लगा कि ये कुछ बहुत बेहतर होने वाला है, और मुश्किल तो था ही। सिर्फ मुझे डर इस बात का था कि हमारे पास वक्त बहुत कम है। लेकिन हम लोगों ने 1 हफ्ते की वर्कशॉप की थी। वर्कशॉप में जब मैं श्वेता से मिला, सनी से मिला और इससे गौरव से मिला, तो 2-3 दिन की हमने वर्कशॉप की थी, शायद मेरे ख्याल से इतना ही था। उस वक्त मुझे समझ आया कि ये किया जा सकता है, कम वक्त में किया जा सकता है, लेकिन सिर्फ ये है कि वो डूबने वाली बात होती है कि अगर कैरेक्टर में जल्दी से डूब लिया जाए, तो क्योंकि था बड़ा मुश्किल, मेरे लिए बहुत ज्यादा वो था। और दूसरी बात ये कि कम वक्त होने की वजह से कौन सा सीन कब कर रहे हैं, पहले वाला बाद में कर रहे हैं, बाद का बीच में उठा के कर रहे हैं, वो थोड़ी दिक्कत हो। और वो खामियां, वो कमियां मुझे अभी भी नजर आती है कि इसमें अगर और वक्त मिला होता तो हम शायद और बेहतर तरीके से इस फिल्म को कर पाते। और जब ये रोल मुझे मिला, मुझे लगा कि करना पड़ा, तो वाकई सच मेरी नींदें खराब हो रही थी कि मैं कैसे कर पाऊंगा, पता नहीं क्या होगा। और वक्त का भी तकाजा था कि इतने कम वक्त में कैसे हो पाएगा, लेकिन पता नहीं, बस ये हमारे बच्चे दोनों, इनका और वो डॉक्टर साहब हमारे, उन्होंने ऐसा सपोर्ट किया मुझे कि मैं शायद नैया पार कर पाया कि नहीं। अभी मझधार में हूँ, लेकिन ऐसा लग रहा है कि हाँ, पार हो रहे हैं, हम अभी उस तरफ चले गए।
Super. So what else you have coming up? I know you have Paglayat coming up. What else? What else?
पगलेट, चेहरे और एक और आधार।
Aadhar is also
जी
super,
जी
super. You have a lot of films coming up. Shweta, what about you? Last we spoke was for comedy couple, I think. What?
Yes.
Yes. What else is going to come out of yours?
Well, Jaamun was the first release. It released few days ago. It's available on Eros now. And now I start shooting for Madhur Bhandarkar's next film called India Lockdown from next week. And then there is another something, a project that I just wrapped last week with Ali Fazal. It's directed by Sweet Mukherjee. And I'll be prepping for another series that starts.
You're keeping really busy, Shweta.
हाँ
Yep, and
And
loving
you
it.
so
It's
happy.
great time. It's a great time
अभी
to be an actor, because there are great writers and really good producers out there who are really making good cinema. Because for a very long time, good content has always been labeled as art, as parallel, as indie, as festival. It's thanks to the lockdown, the audience has realized there are just two categories of films: good content and bad
Yeah,
content, not
yeah.
commercial cinema and parallel cinema. That is just so that you confuse the audience ki अच्छा ये तो बहुत heavy है, ये आपके समझ में नहीं आएगा. But आज I think बहुत ही filter हो चुका है. The content is really filtered thanks to OTT, and it's such a democratic platform. Had Jamun released in theater, we would get a 9 a.m. show and a 11 p.m. show, and it would just run out of fuel within a week. Because we don't have the budget for 1500 screen release, and we don't have the budget for big blown up hoardings. But today everything is just on the platform. It's available to everybody, and everybody has access to it. So yeah, it's a great time. It's a good time to be busy.
And it's a good time to be a viewer as well because we get to
Absolutely.
watch all these varied projects of yours, Raghubir sir. And thank you so much for joining me today. It was so much
थैंक
fun to talk to the two of you. You share a
Thank
wonderful bond off screen, and I'm sure that's translated on screen as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
थैंक
Shilpa. Namaste, Raghubir sir. Pranam. Milte hain.
Thank you so much.
थैंक
Bye.